Right now at noon, we're live in Gogebic County, where there's a lot of questions right now amid an investigation underway. Plus, a major new development in the negotiations between Hibbing Schools and its union teachers. What both sides are saying this afternoon. And new reports show the Pentagon is asking for $200 billion to fund the war with Iran. What the defense secretary had to say about that during a morning press conference.
Live from the KBJR TV studios, this is Northern News Now.
Good afternoon, I'm Briggs LaSavage. Thanks for joining us. Happening right now in the UP, an investigation is underway into an incident this morning in Gogebic County. There are still many more questions than answers right now, but we do know authorities are on scene at Lake Road in Ironwood Township, which is just north of Highway 2. Our Sophia Lauber joins us live there from right now. Sophia, what are you learning?
Yeah, Briggs, authorities have declined to comment very much so far, but they've shared that there are multiple agencies investigating an incident that took place early this morning just up the road from me here. Right now, I'm at the corner of Slade Road and Lake Road, which, as you can see here behind me, is closed. The incident took place at the intersection of Lake Road and Sunset Road, and you can see lights on cars flashing off in the distance. So authorities are keeping people pretty far away from that scene. Members from the Gogebic County Road Commission have shared that they are letting residents through, although they're not allowed to get right up close to that scene yet. No update yet on how long these closures will last. The sheriff's office tells us they do expect to have more information later on today. We have seen a few sheriff's cars pass by here. Live in Ironwood Township, Sophia Lauber, Northern News Now.
All right, thank you, Sophia. As soon as we get any new details confirmed today, we'll send an alert on our Northern News Now mobile app. You can also keep tabs on our website and newscasts throughout the day.